Hey everyone, welcome. It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be diving into our March series of preparing for spring workshops. Or tonight's workshop is specifically covering week 2, which started last week inside of the community centers. And inside of the community centers here at Westgate Community Center, for those of you that are local, you know what I'm talking about. We are here presenting and just leading, teaching, and assisting people like you, everyday individuals in the community center to start their business, get clarification, connect with the right people, and work on those foundational steps. Because a lot of times we get this brilliant idea and we want to run with it, right? But there's no foundation. And when you don't have a foundation in your business, customer service is going to lack, right? Home stuff is going to be a problem. It's just difficult, right? It's not as easy as everyone thinks in starting a business. And so my goal is to provide you these workshops virtually, because in the community centers, we have been seeing such great, just an outpouring, God is good, of just people really hungry and thirsty for authentic leadership, right? Authentic content, real things, connections. With AI going around nowadays, people don't know what's real and what's not, right? And there's so much going on, but they have ideas and they just don't know who to trust. So my goal here is to take what we're teaching inside of the community centers and bring it to my people virtually. Okay. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Angelica Stanley. In 2017, I was breastfeeding my son on the couch, and while on maternity leave, I believed that the Lord was like, leave your career. I left my career to be a stay-at-home mom. I had no idea what small business or any of those things looked like until I was in prayer and I was given a full blueprint that I am still walking out, and everything is building according to God's plan to today. And that was almost 9 years ago. So why do I say that? Things take time. And that's the reason why Well Valley is here to help you. So tonight we're going to be talking about preparing for spring. Now, when it comes to preparing for spring, a lot of times everyone's excited, right? Drop a 1 in the comments if you're excited for spring. I don't know about you, but allergies and all of that kind of stuff, not so much. But I digress. So I want you to be able to take that, right? And put that energy, that fun, that creative pizzazz that you have, and put that into your business. And you might be saying, Angelica, I don't even know where to start, right? So that's totally cool. Okay, that's totally cool. I want to share with you, if you go to wellvalley.org, you can read all about who we are, what we do, okay? And you can see that we're here to help you build a sustainable business with structure while stewarding life with clarity and support. So we operate on a 3-part funnel whenever our clients come in. We assess to fit the need, right? Meet you where you're at, because we believe that you're coming in with the vision, you're coming in with plans, you're coming in with all of these different things. And there's so many shiny objects out there. Our goal is to make sure that you stay on your own path, right? And so from entrepreneurial development, publishing a book, generating income from home, business and systems and automations, which you're right here in one of them when we're talking about Automate with Angelica and workshops and preparing for spring. Structural stewardship, faith and system support, strategy and organization. So if you're ready to build with structure and not chaos, this is for you, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm really excited about this because it's going to take you into the mission of tonight. So we're going to take your mission and email marketing, and I'm going to teach you how your mission fuels your message, okay? How your mission fuels your message, okay? So because we're talking about mission statements, your mission statement it's not just for coaches, consultants, YouTubers, content creators. It applies whether you're selling cookies, right? Whether you're starting a gardening lawn mower business, whatever it may be, whether you're launching a new invention, you're offering coaching or consulting services, you're creating products or services, courses, digital products, all of that great stuff. Welcome in. And so here is the key portion. Hey sis, welcome in. Here is the key to all of this. And why I think this is so important is because every business needs a clear mission. Whether you have 100 staff, 10 staff, or you are solo dolo, okay? Whether you're by yourself, you need to have a clear mission, right? So your mission explains essentially why your work exists and who it serves, okay? So because of that, your mission helps you stay focused. It helps you communicate clearly. It helps you build trust with customers. It also helps you create consistent marketing so that you can grow your email list. Excuse me. Some ways to grow your email list and really start getting into the community and sharing and supporting and doing all of those different things is having a setup of an email list, right? Having an email, subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. That can all, we're going to work through that. And the goal is to get that done, at least to get you to that point. But here it is. Okay. So when you're creating a landing page or you're creating an email list, you need to have an area like in this section right here where it allows you, if you can see where I'm highlighting right here, it allows you to drop in an email address, okay? And you're going to give them something. But in order for them to want what you're giving, see all of these posts and emails and all of that? It's a message. There is a message. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that as an affiliate, a referral of Kit. I believe that you're in the right space because you're going to learn exactly why this matters, but also without a mission, your message becomes scattered. So this is where clarity builds consistency, and I can help you take your mission, turn it into a message so that you can start generating emails, blog posts, content that all relate to people wanting the clarity, the confidence, and the consistency that you're delivering based on the transformation or the problem that you are solving for them, okay? So your business may look different. Everyone in this room or on this live is doing something different, right? But the process is the same. So because the process is the same, I want to share this with you. Oh, I got a question. Let me ask. Or let me check it out. I'm going to put it on the screen. Question, is landing page and sales page the same? Yes. A landing page and a sales page are the same thing. A landing page is basically the generic name of what it is. Okay. Think of, excuse me. The best example that I could give you is, let me go to wellvalley.org. And I'm going to go to a wait list that I have. Okay. So here I'm formulating a wait list, right? And this wait list is not selling anything, but it's a landing page. I want you to think of it as content. Okay. Let's back it up a little bit so we can stay back onto this whole topic, right? Offer, mission, message, marketing. Your landing page is what comes after the marketing. It's where you're marketing on social media, okay? It's where, you know, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, wherever you're at, you want them to land there. So I like to use the language of a landing page is free, right? A one-pager. It's not a website. You could think of it as a website is, excuse me, multiple landing pages in one. Okay? Now, a sales page, this is where it gets fun. I hope this is answering your question. A sales page is when you're selling them. So the language is a little bit more, it's a little bit different because you're using higher conversions, right? So you're not using higher conversions. You're using language that represents the conversion. So you're using conversion language to explain to them the statistical reasons, the benefit, what's the transformation, why this is worth more than what you're selling it for. Okay. So an ideal sales page is this. Okay. So I have it wellvalley.org/products and then vision to harvest. Okay. So I have this product here that if you look at it on the phone, it looks a little different, but it's the Vision to Harvest Quarterly Planning Workbook. This is a workbook that I encourage my clients to invest in so that they can learn how to start growing with a kingdom perspective. Okay? The biblical perspective of whether you're believing or you're not, right? However it is, there are principles found in the Hebrew and Gregorian calendar that the Gregorian doesn't use, but Hebrew does. And the leaders and elites and all these people, 6-figure, 7-figure, they all know it. So they use the same seed time and harvest principles that were established, but don't call them seed time and harvest principles because they don't believe in the one who created them. But for us as believers, I'm trying to understand, well, not anymore because I get it, but convey in a sales page that why is it that everyone else can use it and they don't believe and make money, but our brothers and sisters in Christ who have a mission, who believe God is calling them to do greater things, don't use it, or they're unaware of it. Okay? So I package this and I'm teaching, I'm giving you that next level alignment checkpoints. You can see it right here. Hebrew Gregorian calendar overlay, season discernment guide, 90-day execution planner, offer structuring framework, strategic reflection pages, alignment checkpoints, launch growth cycles. I'm telling you, this is for Christian women building from home, homeschool moms launching offers, coaches and service providers, right? I'm using a different language versus when I come over here to my homepage and let's say I go to my post and I'm saying on my landing page, which is kind of like this, it's a free, go to wellvalley.org and you're just landing there on my homepage on my website and it drops and it says, build a sustainable business with structure, not chaos. We help women and families turn their stories, skills, and ideas into income through publishing and business systems while stewarding life with clarity and support. Join the email list. Okay, get the starter kit, prep to publish guidance, weekly faith and business structure insights. You drop your email address, you get the starter kit. That's a landing page. Now, I know I went into a lot of detail, but I want this to be clear because that's what these workshops are for, okay? It's a space for you to ask questions and get comfortable with developing into the lane that God is calling you, right? So, offer, mission, message, marketing, and then landing page or sales page, okay? Same rhythm, different rhyme, okay? It's the same rhythm, but it's a different rhyme at the end, right? So my question, and sis, go ahead and if you have any questions, or I hope that answered your question, let me know. But I want to share this with you. When you have a mission and you're just starting out, the reason this is so important is because your mission, okay, is the bridge between what you sell and how you communicate it. Okay, so I'm going to explain that down here where I show you an example of maybe you're starting a cookie business, okay? Because I have clients, especially in the community centers, they're selling baked goods, they're selling art, they're selling, it's amazing stuff that's coming, right? Your offer, okay, last week we talked about an offer. Your offer can be homemade cookies. Your mission example is, our mission is to bring people together through homemade baked goods and create moments of comfort, joy, and connection. Okay, that's your mission. So whether you're selling cookies, cakes, you might specialize in cookies, you might specialize in bread, you might specialize in suckers or something, whatever, okay? But it's letting people know that when you buy from me, it's going to be filtered into your message. So instead of saying, hey, buy this, you're going to say something like, I remember the first time I baked cinnamon rolls. Flour was everywhere, kids were excited, and I forgot that I needed a little bit more of flour or something. And that's when it hit me. I'm not baking because I have to bake. I'm baking because I want families to realize that every time you bite into this, there's joy, there's comfort, and there's connection from my house to yours. If you want to taste this week's brownies or cinnamon rolls, snag these. Okay? So that's how we do the communication. Okay? That's how we do the communication. Welcome in, ask your questions. Since we've had a lot of growth in the community center, I've been led to launch virtual ones a little bit before I go to the workshop. So let's get it going. So with that being said, now that they're there, let's look at how your emails would look. You're going to email about new flavors, right? Holiday specials, baking stories. That one time when you're looking for your spatula, you looked everywhere for it because you needed to scrape the brownies. Okay, I'm being real here. And you couldn't find it anywhere. And you're like, who took my spatula? I just had it. And you go outside and your 2-year-old is digging in the dirt with water using your spatula because he's baking like mama. That's a real story, right? That's a message. So I would turn that in and say, so the next time you buy one of these brownies or you purchase this recipe, I promise there isn't any dirt, but it's made with love and giggles. Okay? Like things like that. Local events, you're going to share with them. Okay? Now let's look at a gardening business. Let's say you're offering gardening services or plant products, right? Your mission is going to be to help families reconnect with the earth by creating beautiful and sustainable gardens. Okay? Your emails are going to include seasonal planting tips, gardening maintenance advice, before and after transformations, new services, right? Maybe you do a gardening build or build with you garden. Okay? What about an inventor? Okay, I had a couple of inventors show up to the workshops and it just blessed me because I was like, wow, this is amazing. It's stuff that just my brain just, yes. So a product or an invention, their mission could be to solve everyday problems through innovative designs that make life easier and more efficient. Okay, so their emails are going to include development updates. Funders love that. Product launch announcements. Behind the scenes creation processes. Early supporter opportunities. Okay. One of the things on Kit that I teach my clients to work through is it offers a donation option. Okay. And the reason I share this with you is because you're able to, in the middle of your workshops, you're able to provide a QR code, as you can see below there, right? Or on top right there, you can see the QR code. And when you tap that QR code, or when you scan it, it takes you to my page to support. So there's different ways that you can use tools to share content and do different things to assist people through email, right? Through email. And so you're able to show people so that you're building from the mission that you believe is important. So those development updates, earlier supporter opportunity, they're building connection. They're telling a story, right? What about coaching and or consulting? If you're offering coaching or guidance, let's say a health coach or however, your mission is to help individuals gain clarity, confidence, and practical tools so they can build a life or business they feel called to create. Hello, okay? Your emails may include teaching. This teaching could be from one like this. You bet your socks that I am going to take this and upload it onto my YouTube channel. And just a little throwy in here, our Well Valley teaching back office Automate with Angelica YouTube channel is going to be launched. So I'm going to be doing a lot of like build with me your funnel. Let me show you all the tech stuff that all my clients ask me to do. And I have thousands of videos probably. I'm going to start uploading them and creating playlists for them so that you can have them and you can use them. Okay. I send those to my email list. I send monthly or weekly encouragement. I'll share sometimes about a client story. I'll invite people to workshops. Okay. What all businesses have in common, every business needs a clear mission, a clear message, and a way to communicate consistently. This is where email marketing comes in, because your email list, it allows you to stay connected to your audience. Okay. So when you're connected to your audience, you're able to build those relationships that will then take you into establishing, hey, I really want to work with her. Like, she's funny, she's real down to earth, she's a mom, she understands that I'm with kids because she's doing business, and she's a homeschool mom. And you might hear her kids come in once in a while, or, it's quiet, all these different things. Why am I sharing this with you? Because your email list is a way to build trust. Okay. So your mission is your email list. Okay. It's a great way to start. Before you start the website, okay, before you start all of that, we want an email list. Now, if you're baking, if you're selling goods, your starting point is going to be different. So I want to encourage you to send me a DM and say, hey, which option do I start with for email marketing? And I'll give you the options. Okay. Because I want to see where you're at tech-wise, so I can help you simplify it. Now, and the reason I'm doing that is because some provide email marketing services inside, but their cost level, it's like if you're not making $100 in sales, or if you're just starting out and you're still learning, you have to know what's most cost effective for your starting point. Not saying you won't get there, but let's be real, right? So your mission creates direction. Your mission creates consistency, and consistency creates growth. So I have a workshop exercise for you. Okay, this is your homework. This is your homework. Okay, we're going to end here on this 30 minutes because we've been live for 28. But this is your homework. You can screenshot this. I want you to work on this. You're going to write your mission statement using this framework. Okay, and feel free to drop your mission statement in the comments of this right here, and let us look at it. Let us see what it says. Ask us a question, see what it's about, so that we can further help you. Okay, you can get my input, and you can get input from other people and start building a community, right? It's free marketing. Have fun, okay? And it also helps me, right? Because I want to see what you're needing so I can better support you. And it also sends this video out into the algorithm. So you're going to write your mission statement using this framework, okay? And when you write this, I want you to just focus on one at a time and then start editing, okay? Our mission is to help families who are struggling with finances so they can live in clarity, sustainability through economic hardship. And then you start messing with it, right? You start saying, oh, okay, who are struggling with paying bills on time, or I'm just saying that because that's like a real thing. A lot of clients, like, let's be real, right? Like, people, we struggle with things and all that kind of stuff. You might be a financial planner, or you might be a bookkeeper, or you might be, let's say, our mission is to help families who are struggling with creating healthy meals on a budget so they can feel better about the foods they are providing their family well on budget through digital products, teaching, and sustainable resources. Okay. So you play with different things to kind of see. So then once you have that and you're like, oh, this is great, I love it. Then again, you take a few minutes to write this. Then we go into Kit. So at this point, because we're at the 31 minute mark, does anyone have any questions while we're live? Does anyone have any questions while we are live? I don't mind for the next minute or so, 2 minutes. I can take some questions. Thank you for being here. Any questions? Okay. Feel free to drop them. I'm going to go ahead and transition to explain to you what options you have as far as starting your email. So if you are a coach, creator, consultant, any of those, okay, you will be able to see that we are on this page. It's called Kit. It's formerly ConvertKit. It is now Kit. This is great for ministry leaders, coaches, consultants, YouTubers, all of that kind of stuff, because for a free trial, okay, and I have a specific link for you that you can use. I know it's kind of a crazy long link right now, but just because I'm on the page. But you can use this link, and when you sign up, you get a monthly discount and a longer trial. Okay, so you'll be able to get a full 14-day. Okay, no credit card needed, any of that stuff, and kind of see where it's at. But the reason I'm showing you this is because it's an opportunity for you to see, just like Matthew McConaughey. Okay, people use it for their nonprofits, for-profits, formerly ConvertKit. They turned into Kit. This is literally a money maker. Okay, I have sold literally my first $1,000 in digital products came from using email marketing. Okay, from using a platform. It wasn't this platform because it hadn't converted yet, but from something similar. So it works. Okay, so now I use it all the time and I'm able to sustain that growth. Okay, so you're going to focus on different things. It's going to there's teachings, it's how to do segments and all of those different things. This is the reason why I always say stay on the free, because it'll walk you through certain things, but you don't need to pay yet. What you need is to get your message and clarity started and have a tool that will allow you to go in and not be charged an arm and a leg while you're in the learning process. And then you find out, oh, I don't even like this. Now, I know you're going to like this because 99% of my clients that use this are like, this is so simple. And that's what I want for you. I want this to be as simple as possible. And so because of that, I have teamed up and partnered with Kit. So that link allows me to teach and have better access to tools and resources that help you grow your subscriber list, right? Do funnels, do engagement, email marketing, newsletters, visual automations, opt-in forms, segment tagging, landing pages, which Sister talked about earlier, asking about recommendations, email, all of these different things, commerce, if you're selling digital products, devotionals, workbooks, all that kind of stuff. This right here, this product is created on Kit. I created it using Google Doc and Canva and put them together, did all of my graphics and everything that I needed. And I uploaded it into Kit, and I now sell it for $27. Okay, the quarterly blueprint from the Vision to Harvest quarterly framework. So I'm sharing this with you because I want you to see that it's possible, that you can do this, and start with your mission. Okay, start with that if you're just seeing this. If this workshop blessed you, if you'd like to see more of these, if you're interested in coming back, the goal is to be back every week in March on Wednesdays, starting around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, sorry. And we'll start around 5 o'clock and we'll go from there. And it's basically going to lead you into building hands-on things that we can do. Okay. Next week is going to be fun because we're going to be looking at websites and different things like that before we get into marketing. So I'm excited. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Drop a comment. Feel free to DM me. Happy to, respond, all of that great stuff. And if you're wanting to get more support, learn more about Well Valley and see what everything is about and why I do what I do, be sure to subscribe. Go to our website, click, go ahead and drop your email address, and you will be part of all of the great stuff that I send, whether it's emails, support, tips, strategies, you name it, you can get access to it. All right. So thank you so much for being here. Like, tag, share with everybody. And God willing, I'll see you next week. See you soon.